But don't tell that to the folks from Stillwater who love to cause a little bedlam in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, and home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Sooners will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma State's offense will get the first swing of the game. Oklahoma rolled in the last Bedlam matchup, blowing out the Cowboys.
Oklahoma showed up, and they were ready to roll on all cylinders, offensively, defensively, and on special teams. And they're going to try and match that intensity this game.
And there's nothing worse than being a player in a rivalry game and having to watch last year's game, and you got absolutely demolished. And coaches are pointing it out all week. These Cowboys, they're looking for some revenge.
And the Cowboys will hustle to the line. Wants to fire on second down. Puts him in the spin cycle. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Quick tempo here for the offense.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Snagged out of the air. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. 4th down coming. Hunt is on its way. And the ball comes to rest right there.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it towards the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about a punt.
The Cowboys are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Using his legs, it's Washington. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Cowboys racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma State. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
The Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Makes the grab. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They've really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the 3rd possession is the charm. They're setting up the screen. There he goes! Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. And the Cowboys moving quickly to the line. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So obviously to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff.
They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. From the gun on 3rd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. They'll run it from the gun. He hits that hole. It opened up for him as he gets 6 and all the way out to the 9-yard.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Big fullback's got it. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top, and we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll try to get outside. Finding open areas. Got enough for the first down and wants more. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that could run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Fighting off the defender.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. Oh, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that before a short gain. The Cowboys are in the hurry-up.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
So they're facing third and short from the 25. Rides the back on the option to get it. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Washington. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3. Turning it on! Got the first down, looking for more. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down, they'll go to the air. Firing to the right, complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it up the 16-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on touchdown, Oklahoma! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's
Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. The Cowboys come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Works the middle.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Got his man to the left. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking to throw again. Fires deep toward the end zone. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's complete to the right. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. At the 40, there he goes. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a 1st down, and they have to show some urgency here. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Just drives it between the uprights. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the 1st half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, the Bedlam Bell on the line, and already the Sooners and Pokes have given us some impressive moments. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Oklahoma and Oklahoma State plays out.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Going to the run to start this 2nd half. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the 2nd half if you're on defense.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly.
Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Man, is this place loud right now. The Cowpoke faithful bringing it on third down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And you give it to the big boy. I like that. Those guys are really stout. They're usually not very tall, thick as can be, used to hitting linebackers. That's what they chew on linebackers for a living. I love when you give them the football, they lower their shoulder and get that first down for you.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. After another clutch third down conversion, it's first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's third and goal and third and long. Let's it go to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. That'll make it a 2-score game at 16-7.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Cowboys want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Buys a little extra time. Keeps it and gets the first down. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. The give to the tailback. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late, and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with a surge by the O-line.
It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. Third down and a big one for the Cowpokes. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Running to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to the toss. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Got a man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Jennings. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll try to run it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executed in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
Looking to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You could tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone. Did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Gets it out fast. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Cowboys headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on third down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Under fire. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. To the ground with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Sooners looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Give to the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's got it. Oh, and the defense shoves him out of bounds at the 2.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the beatdown has ensued. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Intercepted for the 11th time. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the fourth. So once again, Oklahoma adds another one to the win column as they come out victorious in Bedlam.